Alrighty. Oh, took the music all the way down. Hello, 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 everybody. Buddy. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Some more SATAL. SATAL 2021. We are in... Excuse me. Just had a big sip of some Sprite, so probably going to be burping a little bit. I'm very sorry. Anyways, we are in officially round 4 of SATAL. At least streaming it. Round 5 is currently underway in the actual competition, but in terms of streamed matches, we are currently caught up to round 4 now, and this one is a silver 4 versus 4 match between 18th Sparrows and D3W. 18th Sparrows is a pretty super new squadron. They came about just only a few months ago, and participated in a few tournaments. D3W, I think they've been around for a while, and I believe they're mostly like a Spanish squadron. I believe 18 Sparrows is kind of like just a bunch of people. I don't think they pertain to specific nationality, but D3W is definitely a Spanish squadron. So going to be pretty interesting to see them fight each other. I haven't been paying much attention or much close attention to them. I've done some training and stuff with D3W. I haven't done anything with 18 Sparrows, so it'll be super interesting to see what happens between them. So I do have the skins downloaded for both teams. Hello, hello everybody. Let me get this off the screen and put it on. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. Let me turn this volume down on the music because it's kind of loud. Alright. Hopefully everything's a little bit quieter now. Alright. So, over here on this side, we've got D3W. Got their nice black and orange skins on. And we'll take a quick look at their loadouts before we move on. So, looks like they've got 3 Hornets, and each of the Hornets is going to be probably missile trucking. I mean, I already see Flaming OnlyFans here, and Zaval there on the right, taking max AMRAM loadouts. Doesn't look like they have the centerline tank loaded up yet. Probably don't want to drain it while they're just sitting here on the tarmac. Fisu is probably going to take the same AMRAM loadout of just maxing it out. And then over here, we've got Edu in the F-16. He's probably going to take 6 AMRAMs as well, because, you know, why wouldn't you? And you pretty much need to, if you're in a 16 flying with a bunch of Hornets, I would think. So. And, let's see. Oh, my God. Over here at Kutaisi, we've got 4 F-16s of the 18th Sparrows. They got their real nice splinter camo with a nice purple accent, black splinter. And on the tail there you see that, in Notch We Trust. They're definitely gamers, I'll give them that. So yeah, it looks like all the people on 18 Sparrows are going to be taking max AMRAMs as well. They're going to be taking 6 AMRAMs. And on the 18 Sparrows, we have Patat Orlog. Never knew how to actually pronounce his name, but that's his name. We got Smooth, Destarn, and Tempest 7MR, who is a streamer himself. I only found out recently that he was actually on the 18th. Waiting for the day someone manages to somehow load a nuke and just obliterate the arena. Yeah, I don't... If the MiG-21 were allowed in this contest, which I don't actually know if it is, I don't think I've ever seen any MiG-21 slots in these servers. You know, as a participant, I don't think I've seen a MiG-21 slot, but if there was, and it was truly unlimited, then you probably see some MiG-21 kamikaze strats for sure. The thing is absolutely insane. So yeah, while we just sit here and basically wait, I'm just gonna speed up the time until they all get lined up. So yeah. And we have 18 Sparrows on their way. Taxiing out. Nice and organized. What about D3W over here? Chiwi55, thank you for the follow on the channel. And then over here, ooh, what is going on here? There are 5 aircraft over here in a 4v4. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Why are there 5 guys? We had the 3 F-18s and the 16, and now all of a sudden there's an F-14B here. Spare. I mean, I guess, but I mean, as long as they don't have more than 4 aircraft up in the air, it should be fine, right? I'm just surprised they were able to, like, I don't know why. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't watched these matches back. The last time I did this on Tuesday, with the TFT versus GC, I did watch those matches back, but that was just to make sure that everything worked and all that stuff. But now that I know how to do this, you know, I don't need to watch them back to make sure. They just DC before combat, I guess. So, we've got over here. Got, what is this? Tbilisi versus Kutaisi. They're gonna be fighting across just like that. So, be interesting to see what happens. Everyone always loves the Caucasus. It's a free map in this game, right? Most people don't really want to pay for the Persian Gulf, especially if they're in the competitive community, unless they do, you know, unless they do milsim stuff or something like that. Hey, Deliberator, how's it going, man? Yeah, and I'm happy to be streaming it. I have one question though. Why are there 5 people over here? Why are there 5 people over here? Because I saw like the 3 F-18s, Edu, Saval, and Fisu, and Flaming OnlyFans. They were all spawned up. I go look at 18 Sparrows and I come back, or I speed up and I come back, and now there's this 14 here. What's with having 5 people out at once? Gorgeous skin on the 14 though. I love this skin on the 14. It actually looks really good. It's really nice. Okay. See, I didn't know that. I never have spares in my matches. Like, I'm always struggling just to get 4 people for my matches. So you know, I've already played. I think my match against yeah, I think not. I think my match against Harpia, I think it was, I had to fight the 3rd round down a guy because he couldn't reconnect to the server. So, yeah. here in Raleigh on my way to Dallas, but watching DCS on your phone. Yeah, this stuff is pretty good when you get those nice cool matches going. It's definitely really fun to be a part of. I'm pretty happy to be a part of it. Every good dynasty needs an heir and a spare, right? Yeah, I mean, you look at all the monarchies and all the ruling kingdoms of the world, there's always somebody to take their spot when the guy in charge goes away. So we got Sparrows here in a nice little, and they're off actually. Nice organized division takeoff in diamond formation. If there was any wake turbulence though, Tempest would be getting destroyed right now if wake turbulence was turned on in these matches. So, lucky him, I guess. The 18th is rolling. We'll actually do a little bit of a ride along back here. Yeah, Henry VIII. He couldn't find his heir or his spare. So, we're just riding along here with the 18th Sparrows guys as they fly out in a bit of formation. You know, I definitely think that if you're gonna fly competitively, or if you're gonna fly at all, like with a group, with a squadron, or anything like that, I think the #1 thing to create disciplined pilots that like know how to fly and know what they're doing, is to do formation flying. That's basically the only way you're gonna get disciplined pilots out of your group. Because, you know, if they can't fly formation, then they're not going to be able to do much else, organized at the very least. So having them do formation flying really, really is a good way to generate disciplined pilots. That's what I see when I do stuff with my team, and that's what I see from other teams that fly formation. D3W doing their nice little formations here. And they're coming in a different setup here. Okay, so we got F-14B coming in. Okay, so looks like I assume unless 18 Sparrows are going to break out into a much more aggressive or much more different formation, it looks like they might just be coming out super aggressive. They got 4 guys all bunched up. They're probably going to split out, you know, into a wall, you know, further along the line. While D3W, they're already set in their lead trail, going to probably look to do some sort of centralized grinding. Stuff like that. Also finds out who has the crappy stick with no dead zone. Yeah. Yeah. Adding a dead zone is definitely necessary. Paul BT11, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I'm looking at what I'm looking at here is probably we're probably gonna see, unless they break out into some sort of formation, we're probably gonna see 18 Sparrows, you know, kind of just split up into a wall here. And then we're going to see D3W probably just, you know, do some grinding here. Probably going to see a lot of grinding here from D3W. They do have the missile economy for it. 18 Sparrows can't really fight the D3W missile economy with those double Hornets. Like, two Hornets already puts them only, what, like 4 missiles short behind a full 4, you know, F-16s. So, you know, it's going to be kind of rough to do that. 18 Sparrows looks like they're taking a bit of a cutaway. They're not beelining it. They're coming down here. I assume it's because they get those F-14 nails over there. So they're trying to come down. Probably drag it into the mountains down here, I would have to say. Also, I don't know what color would be better to use. Probably just red, right? It sticks out. Yeah. Yeah, we got 18 Sparrows. They're just beelining it straight down here. There's a lot of mountainous terrain and hills down here versus the more flat area up here. And they're also probably just, you know, basically pre-notching or just trying to deny the Wes for this F-14B back here, because they definitely have those nails. Let's actually look at the range the teams are separated from right now. Whoops. So we got 40 miles between the lead group of D3W and 50 some odd miles with the trail group. No missile launches from the F-14 back here yet, which is good in terms of like actually holding off for a good missile shot. I actually have to check. It doesn't look like there's AWACS in this one either. So, because, I mean, it would make sense because D3W, they're not currently, like, you know, they're not beelining it straight towards these guys like you would if you had data link. They're kind of just, like, flowing. And, I mean, if 18th are looking to flank, I mean, this is exactly how they do it. So I'm expecting... Whoops. I'm expecting, you know, the D3 guys to kind of just keep pushing through the center, not know what's going on. 18 Sparrows are going to kind of just, you know, come in with a southern hook here and kind of smack them in the side. So it looks like they're turning in here, actually. Right on time, basically. And they're going for a pincer right here. So we've got a group of Sparrows up here. Tempest and Destarn. They're coming up here for a pincer. We got 120s out already. We got 120s out already here. Woo, ooh, ooh. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. My bad. Sorry. So, I don't know how far that was. That was about 25-ish miles. We got a retaliatory AIM-120 at 20 miles out on Edu over here. Another AIM-120 out on OnlyFans from Destarn. AIM-120 out from Smooth. Probably on Flaming as well. Looks like this AMRAAM is... This AMRAAM might hit. Actually, nah, yeah, that's a defeated missile right there. Edu is in the notch. Looks like he's trying to notch this missile. But he's just going to beat it on energy anyways. That thing is way too slow. He's going Mach 1. We got Tempest over here on the left with Destarn, sort of doing a little bit of a grinder formation here. Another AIM-120 out from Flaming out on Patat Orlog. That one's a pretty close one. That's 10 miles there at, you know, somewhere around 15,000 feet. So that's a pretty good missile shot if he doesn't notch it. But looks like he's just going straight for the notch. Not even going to turn cold. AIM-120 out from Smooth. Out probably, I would hope, on this F-14 at just over 15 miles. Not a very good shot. He's about 10,000 feet, so, you know, not going to have the energy. That AIM-54, though, is going to scream right at him. We'll actually even see if that has a target. It is tracking. That definitely is tracking. It's still burning. Smooth needs to notch it. And nope. There he goes. Smooth is the first one to go down on the 18 Sparrow side. D3W still has all four of its competitors here. AIM-120 out on Edu towards Destarn at just under 10 miles. Kind of low. Destarn can basically just beam this thing or just turn cold if he's doing it well enough, but it looks like he's just going to go ahead and notch it. We got Anaconda from the F-14 coming in, looking for a target. He actually found one. Fox 3 out. That one definitely looks like it's going after Destarn. Flaming and Patat are exchanging. Actually, Flaming fires in 120 at Patat. That one gets terrain masked. 120 out on probably F-14, which gets terrain masked. Let's look at this Phoenix, and yep, he's dead. Trying to notch a Phoenix. Phoenixes are really hard to notch right now, man. They're practically impossible to notch at this moment in time. Got an AIM-120 out. That is dead. Flaming and Orlog have merged currently. Tempest out here still trying to hit Edu. What is Edu doing? It looks like Edu has just disconnected, so that's a free kill for them. AIM-54 here out on Orlog in the merge. AIM-120 misses Flaming. We got this AIM-54 here coming out on Orlog, and he is going to eat it. That is that. Tempest, AIM-120 out here for Anaconda. He's going head-on with Flaming. They are about to merge. This AIM-120 looks like it's going to hit the F-14. And boom, there it goes. F-14 down. Now we're at a 1-on-1. Aim 9, M out, that misses. Forcing it into a... Tempest forcing it into a one circle, going nose high. That's... Hopefully that works out for him. He is fighting an F-18. That does not sound like a fun fight. Another Aim 9M out, which is going to whiff. Frantic spraying out from Tempest on Flaming. He's got to be careful here, because Hornet is better than the F8, better than the F-16 in both rate and nose position fighting. So you know, Tempest has to just get here and kind of just abuse the energy states, which looks like he's having a bit of an issue with. And he hits a tree. Ooh, ooh. Well, that's the first. That's the first round, I guess. Jesus Christ. Unfortunate there for him to just smack into a tree there. Yeah. Jesus. Well. Oh, there's Zaval. I wonder what the heck. I don't even know where the heck he went. He just shows up. Well, there's that, I guess. Okay. Hey, everybody. What makes the Phoenix so hard? The angle it comes in? No, right now the Phoenix. So the deal is that most missiles in DCS are done off of ED code, right? And especially the new ED code. But because the AIM-54 Phoenix was developed by Heatblur and developed prior to ED implementing their new code, it's not on ED's new code. So it's actually like really like it's basically it's super hard to notch because it's on old code, which is harder to notch, and also it just has an extremely high rate of change, like angular rate of change as it comes in to you for the notch. Like an AIM-120 is a lot slower, but like an AIM-54 Phoenix will, you know, even at low altitudes will hit like Mach 3. Like AIM-54 Mark 60 will hit like Mach 3.5, Mach 4 if you really let it go. So, voice is duplicated. Oh, wait. Alright, let me see. Okay. Yeah, hey Flaming. Hey Derby from Harpia. Voice is duplicated. Okay, wait, so everything's fine on my end? My voice and all that's good? It's not duplicated? Alright. Let's go ahead and get this score screen up. Let's change the score out here. We have 0 and 1. 0 and 1. For D3. Now, let me go ahead and pull up... I don't actually have, like, a mid-screen anymore. I was unable to get one for this stream here. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and pull up... Actually, yeah, let me... I don't even know what I'm going to do here for this. I don't know. Let me pull up some sort of image or something. Alright. Why is this reversed? Alright, let me see. Let me just get this next match up here. It's a nice little background, though, for that. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm just gonna assume they land. Let's go ahead and pull up the next the next replay here. Alrighty, so let's get some predictions here on who's gonna win round 2, just based off of what happened in round 1. It seemed like that 18 Sparrows really rely on that notch a ton. It's just very difficult to perform a notch against a Phoenix. Like, I mean, I've done it. A lot of people have done it. You can definitely do it. It's just a lot harder because it reacquires so quickly compared to Name 120. That, and then when it does reacquire, it reacquires with so much energy when you're engaging at these ranges that you can't just like notch it, defeat it, and then you're good. You can just recommit, right? So here we have D3W doing the same setup here, where they got 3 F-18s, an F-16, and an F-14. One of these F-18s is going to sit back. Probably Fisu, I have to assume. Give me one sec. The shuffle... Wait, what? The shuffle it does still isn't... Oh, you mean like when you notch it or it gets defeated, it like flicks its tail really hard? Yeah, that still isn't fixed, but... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think that really only happens... Or I've only ever... Yeah, when it acquires... I only ever see that happen when the missile... Or, like, it doesn't matter when the missile is still burning, right? Because it still has plenty of energy to gain while the rocket motor is burning. That's only really an issue when the rocket motor isn't burning. And when you're PAL locking and then just pulling the trigger and letting them fire at like 15 or 15 or less miles, that maneuver doesn't do anything to the missile at all. It still has plenty of time. I mean, most of these missiles, as we saw, were still burning, upon impact. So it doesn't really matter all that much. 18 Sparrows here. Six F-16s as usual here. Interestingly, Orlog has an AIM-9M loaded up, and I think everyone else has AIM-120s, but Orlog has an AIM-9M loaded up on his left inboard pylon. Oh well, yeah. I mean, like the AIM-54 Phoenix, I mean, when you notch it at longer range, especially when you have when the motor is done burning, yeah, like it's going to destroy the kinetics on it. But when it's close enough that the motor is still burning, it doesn't do anything to it. It really doesn't. But yeah. So yeah, let's see what happens here. just speed this up a little bit. Because 18th, they're just kind of sitting here. All right, there they go. Now they're taxiing out. Also, Southern Jumper, notch meta. Yeah. We still live in a notch meta world, unfortunately. And I mean, 18 Sparrows, that kind of just seems to be their shtick, is to just notch. I mean, if you look at that tail section, in notch we trust. I mean, that probably says everything about it, huh? That or a Minecraft statement. Yeah, well, Notch isn't in charge of Minecraft anymore, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he sold Minecraft for a gazillion bajillion dollars and has never looked back. Alrighty. And I guess we'll ride along with D3W here for this initial takeoff. No game sound? Really? Is it not just masked by my, is it not just masked by my, music? Yeah, there is game sound. It's just there was nothing happening. Yeah, I have my or I turn so okay, here, I'll fix it, don't worry. Let me I gotta actually, what is this? Barely music either? Okay, let me turn it up then. That should fix it, right? You guys should be able to hear that now. Yeah, I had turned down the volume for let me actually turn this down as well, because it seems like my voice is coming in too loud. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Keep peaking it there. There you go. Yeah, I had turned down the volume of my desktop audio because I forgot to pull up the mixer thing. But yeah, I turned it down to like negative 10 decibels, so. He doesn't blow your ears out like Moltar. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I like to think that I am an audiophile kind of person, because I really don't like having super loud audio. But, you know, and I also want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Is this Afterburner is a little bit loud? I use voice meter? Yeah, I use voice meter. That's the best part, though. Yeah, maybe for people who don't care about their hearing. No. I don't know. I play with a lot of my games and a lot of everything turned down. Like, I mean, I'll have my system volume all the way up, like, or like, you know, the base volume all the way up on my computer, but then I just turn everything down. Oh yeah, TacView. You can't watch TacView live while I'm streaming because I don't have that kind of setup for tac view. When Moltar streams, you can do that, but when other people stream, like myself, you can't really do that. We'll go back and look at the tac views, though, once the matches are complete, though. I do have them, so I'll definitely stream them for you guys. Alright, let's take a look at the battlefield here. So, 18 Sparrows coming in, same as they did before. Got 18 Sparrows here. They're going to definitely probably not push up like that. They're probably going to do the same thing where they kind of like come off to the south and do a bit of a hook here. D3W have their 2 groups separated here. They're probably going to just charge straight in like they did before. Or, you know, if they're anticipating it, if they're anticipating the 18th Sparrows hook, then they can go ahead and, like, you know, come down to meet them, right? Altar has like 28 different monitors. Yeah. I've got 2 monitors. Well, I got a monitor that's broken. As you can, if you guys notice, I've got black bars on the side. That's because this is a 1488 monitor. 1440p. I don't know why. Yeah, 1440p monitor that broke in the middle of me moving to where I live right now. So I had to like make the screen smaller on it. So yeah. Ooh, long range aim 54, arc 60 out from Anaconda out on them at 50 something miles here. I wonder if they're going to eat that. They should, honestly, I feel like they should visibly see that launch coming off that F-14 at 50 miles. So maybe they're just giving it a little bit more time before they notch it. Looks like Tempest, it looks like they're taking a bit of a spread here. I don't know what's going on with Tempest. He's kind of slow here. Okay, looks like Orlog is going into the notch. Smooth is going into the notch to the north. Death Star and Tempest are going to go notch to the south to defeat this AIM-54. Edu and OnlyFans here coming to notch. They're notching north to south here, but I wonder why they're doing this. It's not like 18th has AIM-54s, and they definitely didn't take any 30-mile shots here. Looks like the F-14B is coming up here. Zaval's coming down here. So we're definitely going to see a lot of clashing. It's going to be, you know, we're going to have a clash up here, and we're going to have a clash down here. If the F-14 is smart enough, he'll basically just abuse this opportunity to sort of like force some long-range, off-angle shots at these guys down here. At least that's what I would do. Looks like Orlog and Smooth have reversed their notch, and now they're coming down south, probably to rejoin with Death Star and Tempest. I mean, good idea to rejoin and link up. Tempest is still flowing south, wonder why. We got an AIM-120 out from Death Star here at Edu at about 20 miles. That's a 20-mile shot at about 20-ish thousand feet. I don't know how high he was when he shot that, but it does not look like a good parameter shot. We got Zaval at almost 30K with a little bit over a 23-mile shot. You know, it's definitely not going to do much. Death Star's already going to turn cold. Unless that missile is out on Tempest, which it is not. It is definitely out on Death Star. Death Star's just going to the notch. We got a 120C out here. Tempest. No clue who it's out on, but we'll see. He's up there all diving. We got AIM-120s out from Smooth and Orlog. They're kind of just exchanging fire over here. 120 out from Flaming out at Orlog. AIM-54 out from Anaconda out on Smooth. Death Star notching to the south. Tempest notching to the north. Smooth and Orlog coming down to the south, probably to help out here. Flaming is coming down here to the south. The 14 is just straight up cold all the way up in the north. He should probably work his way down south here. Orlog is recommitting. Tempest with a high off bore sight shot at about 10 miles. Out on what I only can assume is Flaming here. Yep, it's definitely out on Flaming. Not the best of shots, especially at his altitude. Death Star basically, you know, left for dead down here at 11 miles separation with his teammate. He's trading blows with Zaval while we have a 3-person fight going on up here. M120 out from Smooth. Looks like it's out on the F14 over here. AIM-54 Mark 60 out on Orlog. That F18 has a missile out on Orlog now. That's good teamwork. That's good double teaming right there. Orlog trying to notch. Just barely notches that 54. Now he's got an AIM-120 in that he's going to have to try and defend. Smooth out with a 120 out on Flaming, but Flaming's already turned cold. Should be nothing of a worry for him. Trying to pay close attention to what happens. Smooth successfully notches the 120. Now Orlog is by himself with Flaming on his 6 at 4 miles. Flaming going to be taking a bunch of Nez shots there. No escape zone. And we might see Orlog die here. Does not look like he's going to be able to notch that. And, ooh, I don't know what happened to that one. We got another 120C shot, though, out at 3.5 miles. That one should hit him. We got AIM-54C out from Anaconda on Smooth. Yep, Orlog goes down to the 120. Smooth notching, successfully terrain mass that 54. Tempest with a 120C out at Zaval. Smooth looking for OnlyFans over here. They're in a head-on. 120C head-on at about 1.5 miles. Double, triple tap. Holy crap, quadruple tap out from Flaming up there on Smooth, which all miss. AIM-120C out on Edu. Edu needs to notch it. Fails to notch. AIM-120C out from Zaval on Destarn, head-on at about 3 miles. Destarn finally retaliates, but he's not going to survive that. That's a kill right there. Zaval needs to outrun. He terrain masks that. AIM-54 Mark 60 out on Smooth here. Is he going to make it? Nope. He eats that Phoenix in the side. Not going to notch that one. And now we have Tempest all by his lonesome yet again, just like it was before. However, instead of 2 F-18s, it is now an F-14 and F-18. Tempest is now recommitting here. He's merged with Zaval. Zaval knows. Tempest looks like he knows too as well. They're merged. He's in a 2-circle rate fight. They are currently spiraling up just a little bit here. AIM-54 Mark 60, AIM-9M out. Ooh, that looks like it's going to be a team kill maybe. Ooh, nope. Looks like it got terrain mass there. The F-14 coming in here. Ooh, this is rough. AIM-120 out. Hits the F-14. F-14 takes it to the face like a man and just doesn't care. Just kills the F-16. But that F-14 does not look like it's going to make it home. He looks a bit worse for wear, if I say so myself. I mean, jeez, look at those. Yeah. When did the F-14B become an F-14A with those smoky engines? Am I right, guys? Well, Zaval, congratulations, you've survived. And he's still got 2 AMRAMs and 2 AIM-9s on him. So, you know, looks like In Notch We Trust didn't work out so well this time. It's a bit rough. Definitely a bit rough against AIM-54s. They're just super hard to notch. My network can't keep up with my video bitrate. Yeah, I know, Lunk. I live on an island. I'm sorry. I won't be living on an island for much longer, but, like, I have to deal with the infrastructure that's here. Well, that is that. Let's pull up score screen here. Let's change that score to 0-2 D3W. And let me go ahead and pull up the TAC views here so we can take a... Actually, yeah. What's my Twitch stream? I don't really stream on Twitch, but if you want to look up my Twitch stream, then you just go to Prez Now. Capital P, capital N, all one word, Prez Now. If you want to go to my actual YouTube channel where I upload my content, then just go to the YouTube search bar and then search Prez CS, and you should see a bunch of stuff come out there for my channel. I do a lot of competitive perspective content. I have a YouTube series, pretty popular one for the F14 for a tutorial. And yeah, that's where you can find me. That's where I do my stuff. I don't really stream. I don't really like streaming. Yeah, my craft is in YouTube videos, especially since I don't feel like I ever have good enough internet, and streaming takes a lot out of you, honestly. Like, it definitely takes a lot out of you. The thing that makes this possible is the interaction with the viewers. Yeah, here we go. This is the first round here. We have... let me go ahead and quit out of that. Back to this. So, and let me pull down the score. Go. Let's hit a few transitions real quick just to really spice things up. Got that DCS events. We got the SATAL 2021, and then we got the sponsored by Thrustmaster since 1990. Yeah, that is my YouTube channel right there. That is my YouTube channel. Just recently hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for everyone who watched my stream on Tuesday and subscribed. From then, big moves. Thank you guys all. John. You are a good streamer. You should consider it. The only reason I'm even doing this is because I've done co-hosting for this stuff for the House of SAR tournament in the past, and people really liked me there. So, that's why I wanted to do this, because I thought people would enjoy it. But yeah, maybe when I get better internet, I'll consider doing more streams and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna help Moltar out more with actually streaming the DCS content, the SATAL stuff and all that, and even more competitions if I can. If you guys want, you can vouch for me as a good streamer on the DCS World Events Discord server. You could do that. You could, I don't know, put a little bit of a hey, I like this Prez guy. He's kind of good at his job, and then I don't know, maybe I'll get a raise or something. I'm not getting paid. Don't do that. But yeah. I don't know. If you guys like me, then, I don't know. You guys can show your appreciation. So, here we are. This is the first round here. We got 18 Sparrows coming down. So, as we saw with 18th, they sort of came down here, and then I think they broke off into a bit of a pincer maneuver, while, the D3W guys were kind of just looking for them. They definitely kind of beelined it straight over here. But then you finally had Flaming and the other guy who's right here, which I can't remember his name. I think Edu. And they kind of broke down. Excuse me. They kind of came here and were kind of just like fighting both of these guys, while the F14 and Zaval came in to kind of try and support them. So that's what we're going to see here. I do want to take a look at these shots that they're taking, though. We got all the tanks. Yep, they're going there to notch to the south. I wonder if they flew in radar off or if they flew in like with their radar pointed to the side, because it doesn't seem like these guys picked up on their transition until it was super late. So yeah, here we go. We got Death Star and Tempest coming in. They're going in their 2-ship pincers here. We got an initial shot out from Flaming coming out here at just about 30,000 feet, subsonic. Let's see, does he put a little bit of a loft in on that shot? He does. Whoop, whoa. Accidentally. There we go. Flaming putting a loft in on his shot. That's good right there. That's good job. That's good stuff right there that he's putting his loft in. However, kind of far away. These guys are pretty low, so the effectiveness of his high to low shot is already going to be pretty hurting there. So it looks like it came out on probably either Orlog, Pat, or Smooth. Looks like it came out on Smooth here. What was that shot? That was, yeah, 26 miles. As we see, same 120. Woo! Aim 120 out on smooth, and it gets notched. It gets vertically notched. Right there, boom. He just goes through the notch filter just long enough in this split S, or in this oblique split S, that it just kills the missile outright. We have retaliatory fire here. Let's see. So, 18 miles, only 15,000 feet up at the guy who's already turning cold. Rough shot there, just not a good, just terrible parameter shot there. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. Another aim 120 out. Nice little cheap shot out from here from Flaming out on Orlog. Anakin, hello, what's up, man? Looking at the aftermath here. So we got Anaconda here, probably taking a PAL shot out on smooth at about 13, 14-ish miles. That aim 54 is coming off. It's just burning, and smooth is unable to get into the notch quick enough. I wonder why it took him so long to get into his defense here. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It took him a while to get into that defense. This is an aim 54 Mark 60, so you should be able to see the smoke trail. So him not getting into the defense, I think, was just a big error on his part, not paying enough attention there. We have Flaming here taking a bit of an off-bore shot on Tempest, which is not going to hit at all. I mean, like, you should just look at this range. That's 10 miles off-bore, below 10,000 feet. That's not hitting anything, especially when Tempest is already going cold. Basically, Death Star, go ahead and notching up this shot from Edu. And then we have another aim 54 here out. This one's definitely on Death Star. At 6 miles, really rough shot. Gotta stick into the notch on that one. That's super rough. He does notch it a few times. You can actually see that right there. He does notch this missile a couple of times, but he just reacquires so quickly. Look at that. And then it just does not care after that. Just does not care. Let's look at this notch. Look at this notch. In the notch, and just exits the notch towards the end there. See, the angular rate of change with the Phoenix that's still burning is insane. So you have to be ultra precise in your notch for it to work. That's really why it's so much more difficult to notch a Phoenix, is because of that angular rate of change. So, yeah, so 2 people down to the Phoenix missiles. And we have this merge here with Orlog and Flaming. Tempest. Yeah, Edu disconnected here. Unfortunate that he disconnected, but it did even the playing field out for 18 Sparrows down here. Aim 54 here out on Orlog. This is another one this is another Phoenix that claims the soul of an 18th Sparrow. Boom, just there's nothing he could do. He's in the middle of a merge, and Anaconda here just kind of Fox 3s into the into the fur ball here. Let's actually see what does this thing see when he fires it. Honestly, quite surprising that it did track onto Pat. It seems like it should have gone stupid and tracked Flaming, but I guess that's like, that's middle code for you. It's not just gonna go active on something random, Aim 120 totally would have gone active on Flaming here for sure. This aim 54 though just beelines it straight for Pat. Unfortunate there. And then we have Tempest in a 2v1. Aim 120 out on this F-14, which it does strike it. Look at those. We got to look at these parameters right here. Boom. Look at that. 5.5 miles, beaming. F-14 commits into the missile as it comes off. And the missile's just able to come in and hit him. Boom. Unfortunate for that F-14. Had he not recommitted here, had he just kind of turned away instead of doing like his weird turn in, turn back out thing, probably could have survived that 120 no problem. Looks like... it looks like Flaming actually damaged his own aircraft with a belly-mounted AIM 120. I'll tell you what, I normally fly the F-16, but when I started trying the F-15 out again, I can't tell you how many times I killed myself while flying on the deck with a belly-mounted AMRAAM. Because those things drop off the aircraft, right? They don't come off a rail, and I'm so used to missiles coming off of a rail. So, yeah, you have to be very careful with these belly-mounted missile carriers. Those missiles will just drop straight off and they will impact the ground, as we saw with this 120 here. And they will damage your aircraft. So now we got a merge here, one-on-one. Or, Zaval, where did Zaval come from? This is, again, like, even though I have the TAC view up, I completely forgot that Zaval even existed. He just kind of disappeared up here, I guess. Like, even though now that I have the TAC view, I can see what he did. He just kind of sat up there. Huh. That's funny. Well, either way, we got a merge here with Tempest. And Tempest goes nose high, forcing a one circle, which I do not think was a good idea, especially with him, you know, coming down here. Trying to get those super aggressive high aspect shots here. Just was not going to work out. Honestly, best bet here against that, especially with Zaval being, what, 10 miles away? 8 or 10 miles away? Best thing he could have done here is to simply, like, you know, he's already gone vertical. He has more energy. Just to basically come around the top, you know, through here. Flaming is absolutely paddling or something to pull nose high to get that missile shot off. So he just, like, he's going to bleed all his energy. So then Tempest just goes ahead and he just comes around. He doesn't even have to dump his nose. He's just coming around here, right? Waiting for Flaming to basically dump because he can't stay up there, and then he just comes down and gets a kill. I mean, that would have been what I did. I would have just flared the crap out of whatever missiles he tried to do, or he tried to shoot at me, because this is our min for 120. There's no way. Look how slow he is. He gets some good hits there, but like, look how slow. And then instead of going back up, instead of coming back up for this loop here, he decides to just basically ditch out and go low here, which is not where he wants to be. Another 120 coming out, just slamming straight into the ground from Flaming, and then Zaval with an AIM-120 comes in, and that, so in the TAC view that desynced, it seems like it hit the ground, but there's also an issue right now with desyncy AMRAAMs where you can notch them and they'll still hit you. It's happened in some of my matches. It's happened in a lot of areas where a desynced AMRAAM, you know, gets notched and then just hits the guy anyways. So yeah, unfortunate there for that. Let's actually real quick, while I pull up the other TAC view, I forgot that I have this. This is the top 3 screen here. This is the top 3 players for this match. Take a look at that real quick. So as we see here, we got Anaconda with 11 missiles fired, 45% hit rate, 5 out of 2 kills for deaths. We got Tempest with 10 missiles fired, 20% hit rate, 2 kills, 2 deaths. And we got Zaval with 8 missiles fired, 13% hit rate. And he's clean. He's got 1 kill, 0 deaths. He's got a pretty nice KD there with a 1.0. I didn't see no notch, says the AMRAAM. Yep, exactly. Alright, let's take a look here. So these are the top 3 players. Anaconda in the F-14, of course. F-14 is just too good right now. I personally don't think that it's, like, it's too hard to use it in like proper organized play, but when you get down into fights that are basically, they just break down into within visual range fights, and you're just pal locking everything and basically mad dogging Phoenixes out. I mean, that's basically where the Tomcat wins, is those close range fights, because the missile just has so much more energy and is so hard to notch. But you can't really do much like long range organized stuff with it, just because it's too easy to defeat at long range. It really is, and that's the funny part about it. Something built for long range is easy to defeat at long range. So let's go ahead and get over here to this second fight. This is the second fight here. And this time we do see a long range Phoenix. I guess maybe, I don't know. They're probably trying to get them out on here, but 18th probably would have seen the missile launch at some point, and then they just, you know, they just notch these missiles out and defeat them. I don't know why Flaming and Edu go out and break into this notch unless it was to set up for some sort of pincer here to counteract Because obviously, as you see, we got a 2-ship coming up north, we got a 2-ship coming down south, and then Flaming, breaks up, notches north, Edu notches south, and they're gonna recommit here like that. This F-14 is gonna come help Flaming, and this other F-18 is gonna help Edu and the F-16, and they're kind of just gonna push like that, right? And then we see a breakdown. We see a really big breakdown that happens once the 18th Sparrows guys start coming here. We'll get one guy coming down here like that, one guy like this, and then we'll just have like this weird like back and forth like this coming around with 18th Sparrows. So pretty interesting breakdown on this fight in particular here. The 120C out here from Destin out on Edu. He's up at 20,000 feet, 20-mile shot, subsonic. That's not a good missile shot parameter, I'll be honest. That's a pretty poor missile shot parameter there. It's just not going to have the kinetic energy really to hit Edu unless he just flies straight, which, you know, he's just going to break defensive as soon as that missile goes active, and it's, you know, it's already going to be dead on energy. Like, there's just no way. We got Zaval here out, probably a shot on Death Star here. He's up at 27,000 feet, 24-mile shot. Does not loft it manually, so that's going to be pretty rough. It's not going to, especially going after a guy who's super low, it's not going to loft through very high air. So as you can see here, you know, 10 miles, 12 miles, it's already down to Mach 2, you know, and now it has to come down to even thicker, denser atmosphere down here. We got Tempest with, oof, what is this shot? He's at 11,000 feet, taking a, what is this? Yeah, 25-mile shot down at 11,000 feet. That's pretty rough. That's not a good shot right there. That's absolutely not a good shot to take. You know, you definitely don't want to be taking those super long-range shots. I mean, if you want a good number, like you're looking for 15 miles at about 20,000 feet. That's what you're looking for. You'd really have to the dude just has to fly into that kind of missile to die to it. Zaval could literally just beam it or notch it, which is exactly what he does here. So, and then we look at Smooth here. Smooth with 18-mile shot down at 6,000 feet, up at a 20,000 foot contact. Again, not a good shot. We got Pats over here again. He's at 10,000 feet, 14-ish mile shot coming in. Again, not very good parameters. I mean, it gets them to turn defensive, but, you know, if anyone knows their missile ranges, like, they just see that kind of thing, and they're just like, oh, yeah, I could just beam that. I could just, you know, it's like, oh, this missile's coming in here. Well, okay, I'm just going to beam it. I'm just going to beam it out there and then recommit, and what are you going to do about it? I'm just going to put another missile out on you, right? I'm not going to turn cold, but obviously it's when everything is breaking down, it's hard to obviously anticipate that unless you're paying close, especially for an F-14. You can't really tell. The ground stabilized situational display is not as accurate as the HSD on the F-16s or the you know, 360 display on the F-18. So this is also what I was talking about here. This is like Death Star has basically been left all by himself down here. He's got a 10-mile shot here at 10,000 feet, 13,000 feet. That's good parameter shots there. Zaval just goes ahead, and I think he drives this one into the ground. Yeah, notches it, drives it into the ground. Death Star just turns cold, defeats that. We got Tempest here with a 120. I believe this one goes after Edu at 8-9 miles. There's also the chance of it being a Phoenix, as far as I'm aware. You don't know. No, I mean, absolutely. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, because even in these matches, you can just hit the leaderboard button and see what they're comprised of. Plus, like they would easily be able to see that they don't have an F-14. They don't have F-14 nails coming off this direction. So there would be no worry that it's an F-14, an AIM-54. Like 18th would have to guess, yes, it's an AIM-54, but the D3W guys wouldn't care. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the F-16 would be able to ID that it's an F-14 out there. But the, you know, and again, like all these guys on D3W would only see F-16 nails from the 18th guys. So it's pretty easy to tell. And yes, the Tomcat's radar, the ALR-67, does have does have radar, like it can interpret what kind of radar is looking at it. So yeah, he totally could see that that was an F-16 that fired a missile at him. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, this was a big issue here with Pat having to notch the same 54. He had to stick in the notch a little too long. That one actually looks like it hit the ground. Something. It hit the ground and kind of fragmented into him. Fun fact, the A-10 can launch Mad Dog Phoenixes, though that does take a modded loadout. Yeah, I've seen all those funny mods people do with the loadouts on their aircraft. Ooh, Pat just barely... This was definitely not a notch. This was definitely a... just... The missile just could not maneuver enough to compensate for that nose position change. But then Pat is just stuck here in... he's just stuck here, having to run away. Aim 120 here. In the tac view hits him. And then this one definitely hits him there. Boom, he's dead. So, unfortunate there. Honestly, Pat, in this situation, should have just... honestly, you got Flaming OnlyFans coming in at him. I mean, he's got, you know, aim 9s and stuff like that. But honestly, the best bet Pat had here was to just stick in the notch, force a merge, right? Break into him, and then start a dogfight. That's, you know, and try to wait it out for Smooth to come in and target Flaming. That was basically the only thing he could have done here, because, you know, this missile out from Smooth just basically did not care at all. It just went into the ground, so there's nothing he could have done about that. Tempest here failing to acquire... Yep, Tempest and Edu failing to acquire each other in the head-on here at 5 miles. One of them could have easily gotten killed here. I assume Edu probably got the nails from Tempest and went defensive early, but Tempest didn't see him. Instead, acquires on Zaval over here, taking a 9-mile beaming shot on the deck. That's not going to hit anything, and it just gets terrain massed anyways. And then Smooth here, I forget exactly what happens. I think... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Smooth takes this nice, sweet, just inside a 2-mile head-on shot. And my God. Flaming had the Swarmer missiles loaded out. The Panic Fire, 4 times AIM 120C, just rapidly coming off that airframe. My God. Let's take a look at that. Woo! Boy. Swarmer missiles engaged, and they all whiff. just a bit too long. Waited a bit too long to have those missiles come off the rails. My God, that would be horrifying. That's kind of scary though. Seeing 4 missiles rippled off that quickly. I didn't even know you could ripple them off that fast. That's actually kind of insane. Did anyone else know that you could ripple off AMRAAMs that quickly in a Hornet? That's just kind of crazy. We got Death Star in here, taking his head-on shot, 6.5 miles out on Edu. That's a good shot. That's a really, really good shot there if Edu's still hot. And it looks like he tries to defend into the notch. This looks like he accidentally converted this notch defense into a lookup situation. Oh yeah, this missile keeps getting notched. You can see it flicker like that. Boom. Yeah, so it gets notched, and then it just reacquires at the last second. Unfortunate for Edu there. The missile just reacquires and kills him. Then we got Zaval and Death Star in a head-on at 4 miles. This one, I believe, is... I'm pretty sure Death Star loses this one. Yeah, we got a double tap out from Zaval. Death Star tries to retaliate, but missile just gets terrain massed there by Zaval. And then we got a Phoenix out here onto Smooth. Smooth is not going to be able to notch that one. Boom. Just hits him. And then we got Tempest here on this 1v1. Or 2v1, I mean. And he just, again, gets taken out by a Phoenix missile. Oh, what the heck? Oh, wait, this one goes in... Does this go in the ground? Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 Hold on. It happens here. Okay. So yeah, missile hits the ground. M54 hits the ground, detonates, and damages the AIM-9. Nice. Alright, sweet. And then it's just, yeah, like, Tempest goes ahead and locks up the F-14, gets off a quick AIM-120, but the 14 returns an AIM-9, and the F-14 just shrugs off that AIM-120 like it's nothing. So. And that was that. That's all she wrote there. So. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, the F-14s... Huh? Ooh. Everything okay? Did I lose? Did I stop streaming? I have no idea. I had 0 kilobytes per second there for a minute. I'm still dropping down. My internet is crapping itself. Alright. Alright, so for the sake of not having the stream crash, because it looks like I'm having internet issues right now, that's it for the stream. That's it for the stream, I guess. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys all for watching. We got a wonderful match between 18th, Sparrows, and D3W. 0-2, unfortunately, for 18th. 2-0 for D3W. So yeah, just for the sake of my internet... yeah, just for the sake of my internet not crapping itself still, because again, I need a new island. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna just go ahead and sign off. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys all for watching. And, have a nice day.